Good morning, class. This is the topic of my discussion, using the properties of equality in solving linear equation. Welcome to my channel, Grammar Math TV. Let me show you the properties of equality. We have here first, addition property of equality, second, subtraction property of equality, third, multiplication property of equality, and lastly, the fourth property, we have the division property of equality. So let's have first the addition property of equality. Okay, so this property is applicable when you are dealing with an equation using the operation of subtraction. So as you can see here, we have an example, x minus 5 equals to 10. The unknown here is the variable x. Since we want to look for the value of that unknown, we have to remove negative 5 by adding 5 to it. So we add 5 both sides of the equation. We add 5 in the left hand side. We also add 5 in the right hand side. So in the third step, we have in the left side x plus 0, and in the right hand side we have 15 as the sum. So in the left hand side, if you add any variable by 0, the variable remains itself. So in the last step, you have here x equals to 15. This is the value of our variable. Subtraction property of equality. This is applicable when you are dealing with an equation using the operation of addition. So in the example, you have y plus 4 equals to 10. So the unknown here is y. So we have to remove plus 4 in the left hand side by having subtraction of 4 in both sides of the equation. So that results to the third step. We have here x plus 0, y plus 0 equals to 6, and y plus 0 equals to y. And the difference 6 remains in the right hand side. So we have in the last step y equals to 6. This is the value of the variable y. Okay, so let's have the transfer method. If you combine the subtraction and the addition properties of equality, that combination gives you the transfer method. So in the transfer method, you simply transfer the unwanted term to the other side so that you can readily solve for the value of the unknown. So in the left side, we have the example x minus 5 equals to 10. So since we are looking for the value of x, we simply transfer 5 to the right hand side. So that results, so 5 becomes positive in the right hand side, and in the right hand side we add 10 and 5. So that results to the sum of 15 in the right hand side. And because of transferring 5 to the other side, it is only x that is it is only the variable x that is left in the left hand side. Okay, in the right hand side we have y plus 4 equals 10. Since we want to look for the value of the variable y, we transfer 4 to the right hand side. So 4 becomes negative here in the right hand side, and then we have the subtraction 10 minus 4. That gives 6 as the difference in the right hand side. Okay, so we transfer 4 because we want y to be the remaining term in the left hand side. Okay. By the way, class, friends, if some of you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get updated with my uh, latest videos that will be uploaded. Okay, let's proceed. Let's have the multiplication property of equality. This property is applicable when you're dealing with the equation using the operation of division. So in our example, we have uh, b divided by 6 equals to 4. So because we want to solve the value of b, we have to remove 6. So 6 can be removed by the multiplication of 6 both sides of the equation. Okay, so in the left hand side is like multiplying the whole number to a fraction. So that results to, in the left hand side, that results to a numerator of 6b and with the denominator 6. Then we have 24 as the product in the right hand side. So in the fourth step, in the left hand side, we cancel same terms to leave b as the remaining term in the left hand side. 24 remains in the right hand side. So we have b equals to 24. Division property of equality, the last property. This is applicable when you are dealing with the equation using the operation of multiplication. So in our example, we have 5n equals to 40. You see here that 5, the constant 5 and the variable n are very close to each other. There's no plus or minus sign in between. That means multiplication. So since we want to solve the value of n, we have to remove 5. And 5 can be removed by having division of 5 both sides of the equation. Okay, so in the left hand side, since we have same terms, it is cancelled. So that leaves only n as the remaining term in the left hand side. Then we have 8 as the quotient after dividing 40 by 5. So we have in the last step the value of our variable, that is n equals to 8. And notice, class, that in the multiplication and division properties of equality, we have one monomial each side of the equation. So there are no more plus or minus signs that can be found in both sides. So it is very important to comply first the addition and the subtraction property of equality before applying the multiplication and the division properties of equality. So let's have the combination. How about if you're dealing with an equation with many terms, with two terms each side of the equation? So let's have step 1. This is the equation that we used to solve for the value of the unknown. Step 2. Okay, this is our step 2. So we gather in the left hand side all the terms containing the variable, and in the right hand side we gather the pure numbers. Okay, step 3, we have 9 as the sum in the right hand side. In the left hand side we do not subtract immediately this terms because they are dissimilar. Step 4, we multiply 6 both sides of the equation to remove 6 as the denominator. Step 5, we have the subtraction in the right hand side, left hand side, and we have 54 as the product. And step 6, we have 29r equals to 54. Okay, notice that 29r is one monomial, 54 is also one monomial. Then step 7, okay, we divide both sides by 29 to have only r as the remaining term in the left hand side and 54 over 29 as the only number remaining in the right hand side. So this is the value of our unknown.